Color grading. Color grading can be a deep dive into a rabbit hole that never ends. So all I'm going to do with color grading is show you how to access the tools and a couple tricks to make it easy. Color grading is about creativity. It's about being artistic, having a vision, whatever you want to call it. A lot of these things that I am not. Professional editors will have scopes and things so that you can get your color grading pretty correct. But somebody who's really good at editing videos will also be creative, which I am not. And it's not something, even if I was, I can teach. Can't really teach somebody to be an artist unless they are artistic. And I would have to be artistic. Anyway, so this was filmed in a flat profile. I don't know if flat profile is the best for CapCut, but we're going to see what we can do. The easiest way to get some color grades is just to tap on the clip, hit adjust, and then you can just play with the brightness, contrast, and saturation. And just from looking at this screen, now that doesn't mean that's gonna be how it looks once I get it to YouTube. So sometimes it's smart to just put a little sample up on YouTube, and if it looks crazy, too much red, too much green, or something like that, delete it, make some adjustments, and do it again. And then eventually you'll get the knack for it, from what you're seeing on your iPad to what you're seeing on your television screen or your computer. And with this thing here, I wouldn't do much more, right? To me, that looks pretty good. Then you go to the next clip, and it's flat again, right? So you'd have to go to each one of these. They were all filmed on the same day within the same hour or so. So here's another idea. Let's just undo our color grades. Saturation, undo. Saturation, undo. Contrast, undo. Brightness, undo. Filter, tan. Okay. Something else we can do is just put a filter on there. I was playing with these filters, and for this one, tan looks pretty good. So tan doesn't look too bad. If I put tan on this one, I have to go back to filters, hit tan. If I wanted that one to be tan, I'd have to go back to filters and hit tan. Right? This can kind of be a pain. Or how about I'm going to undo this. Undo these. Here's another way you can do it. With no clip selected, just hit filter and then tan, right? That's going to put that tan filter in an adjustment layer below your clip. Then when you get to the next clip, it's gone. But the good thing is, with an adjustment layer, which is what I recommend, you can just drag it, grab the handle, and drag it. And now all three of those clips have that adjustment layer on it. And that would be the same thing as if you did your own color grade. So let's go ahead and just highlight that adjustment layer and delete it. And let's say I hit adjust. I did my own little color grade. Brighten it up a little, let's say, put some contrast in it. Add a little saturation, which looks pretty similar to the tan one. Temperature, warm it up a little. Shadows. highlights. Let's go with that. Same thing. Now I have that adjustment layer. Get to the next clip. It's gone. Grab my handle and pull it over. Now when I get to that clip there, that tan's probably not going to work anymore anyway. We could see though. I could drag it out here and see how it looks. Doesn't look too good. It's a little bit of an improvement. But what I could do if I just kept driving on with the same color grade right here, I could put a keyframe anywhere. Remember I showed keyframes earlier. Then I want to put a keyframe like right here without changing anything. And then for this one, I want to go to this polish button, and I need to brighten this up some more, I think. Okay, check. Now, when I get to this clip, there's a keyframe in there, and that's going to change, right? That's going to change the color automatically. Right, and that whole clip is going to be color graded in that one until I get to the end of this adjustment layer. It's going to change. But if I drag that on to the end of the clip, it goes through the whole clip. Now, if you look at this next clip, it's telling me I already did an adjustment. And I did that adjustment on the clip. So I'm going to tap on that. Then I'm going to look at the filters, and I don't see any filter selected. If the filter was selected and I wanted to remove it, this over here would be highlighted and I could remove it. Now I'm going to hit adjust and see if there's, and there you go, right there. You see that little dot under the word brightness? Whoops. Well, there you can undo all adjustments right there. I just accidentally discovered that. Now, there's a little dot. If I make an adjustment to anything, it's going to leave a little dot. And it's also going to tell me when I'm scrolling through the clips that I made an adjustment to that clip. If I don't want to use that adjustment, apparently I just found out accidentally, I come over here, hit undo all of it, and that puts them all back to normal. So in the color grading, there's a lot of things you can choose from. One more thing I wanted to cover real quick in the color grading is the graphs. Now this is getting a little advanced. And again, you got to be creative. So I'm going to go ahead and hit adjust. And I'm going to open up this graphs tab. And you can see you can make marks on these graphs. A lot of people do it this way. They like to make like an S curve for whatever reason. Okay. So this here is my template. I kind of like to make it look like an S. Whatever. You can play with these graphs all you want. I mean, you can do all kinds of things with the graphs. I just wanted to show them to you because, I mean, you can really screw things up or you can, make minor improvements. I would just say about the graphs, be careful. And if you do screw everything up and it ends up looking like this, over to your left-hand side, just hit undo, reset all adjustments, and there you go. That's going to be something you're going to have to play with. But I encourage you to play with all of these icons and see how they work for you. Just keep in mind that you might run a little test on YouTube, a little 30-second clip, upload it to YouTube, make sure it's in HD, and then watch it. If things don't look right, edit it again on your editor, send it back up to YouTube, watch it again. And eventually, after doing this a few times, you'll get it kind of figured out that when you put in a little bit of red on this editor, it's way too much red when it comes out to YouTube. So that's as far as I'm really going to go on the color grading today. I just wanted to show you the tools, not how to color grade, but how to get to the tools so that you can use your own creativity to make the videos that you like. You don't want to do my color grades, because my color grades are not necessarily what you consider a good color grade. That's all I got to say about that. So until next time, that's going to be the end of this one.